You already know, it's your boy P back in the mix. Today we talking about why is it always 20-year-old motherfuckers caught looking like weak motherfuckers when black women getting attacked in the streets. So we all saw the video of Daniel Taylor, 40-year-old white supremacist, pulls this black sister, try to pull her over the counter at this McDonald's over a fucking straw. And, you know, for all you black women that think white men are good, I'm telling you, the thing within the black male community, we tell y'all all the time, they have a very short fuse with everybody over a fucking straw. You see, that's a very low threshold for pain, a very low threshold for agitation being presented by this white supremacist male. I know y'all seen that shit. You seen how this motherfucker just snapped off of a fucking straw. So as we saw, our sister boy, she started giving them heavy rights, was wearing out that left side of his motherfucking jaw, burning his fucking jaw, his face started turning red and shit, and all the black men were standing around like some faggots. That's what was happening. Now, the motherfucker that tried to break it up, he was fucking up because he tried to pull her off first. That's dumb. You leave her alone. You let her get it in. And he should have went in around the other side and hit him one good time on the right side. Because she a girl, you know, she can't hit as hard as a man. So if I was that black young man, I would have went around the other side and clocked him one time on that right side. And then he would have just died right there on the fucking counter. He just fucking died right there. It wouldn't have been nothing left for him to do but die after I hit his ass. You know what I'm saying? He would have stopped everything. Or if she just wanted to keep hitting him, I would have went behind him, scooped his legs and shit. And I guess he was trying to kind of hold on to her. He would have let her go after I got to holding him, and I would have just holding him in the air. And then just as she let him go, I would have just dragged his ass across the counter onto the ground like a motherfucking mop that you drag off of a table onto the floor, and his face would have just been, he would have been dead. You understand? That's just it. Straight up. But I want to break down to y'all today why the black men that were standing around didn't see that him grabbing that sister as an act of white supremacist terrorist aggression quick enough. Why it took him so long to make any kind of response. He ended up pulling him off at the end, but that's too long. It took forever. So let me start by talking to a couple of audiences. Let me talk to my brothers in the 30s. My brothers in our 30s, we got to understand all this constantly watching these 20-year-old black men not defending black women, and they getting caught on camera and broadcast. We know that shit looks fucked, right? And that is an exasperation of them not growing up seeing a dynamic between black men and women that was constructive by and large. See, we got a different mentality with the black women. We've seen riots with the black women. We've grew up on Public Enemy with the black women. We've seen all kind of riots, more riots than you could ever fucking name. Like, as far as we like go deeper, further back into the history, we've seen all kind of shit. We have a different journey, a different closeness to the black woman than this generation of black men have with the black woman. It's a different kind of intimacy that we have with our black woman at our side, our beautiful black woman at our side. We got a different trip, a different way of getting it in. You know what I mean? So, you know, how do we assess this? I say let's take inventory of what these 20-year-old cats have been fed as kids. Let's kind of look and see, like, why is this skinny jean, ice skater, clothes wearing generation, why they fucked up like that? Let's look at what they've been getting fed into their minds, right? What did they have this generation? They had interracial relationships. They had Disney, they had Nickelodeon bullshit, all kind of unconstructive relating between black boys and girls, first off, right? And when they got older, in their adolescent years, all the little bullshit content on YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, Love and Hip Hop, cable TV, all the big screen movies, the hood movies you watch on TV, all that type of shit, porno, all that shit, none of it nurtures the unity of black men and women. It doesn't encourage black men protect that black woman. And most dangerously, it doesn't give them the real scoop on the dominant society, a real breakdown showing the dominant society for what they truly are and what they're truly operating a white supremacist terrorist regime, right? So let's look into it. Let's look at the real duality and this kind of dual existence that they set up in the minds of our kids to prime them to be 20 years old and frozen stiff like a couch potato when white males abuse black women in public. Right? First, we're going to talk about a black male child and how he gets mentally primed to accept white supremacist male abuse. And we're going to talk about a black male teenager and how his programming gets fucked up to accept white males abusing black women. Then we're going to get into what the fuck is wrong with a 20-year-old black man allowing this type of shit to go on that we saw at the motherfucking McDonald's, right? So let's look at the age range of black youth that this is going to pertain to the most. In my opinion, I'm going to say those born in 1997, 98, and 99, all right? That's 20s, it's like early 20s, right? All their understanding about how to interact with white supremacist terrorist society started from them probably most definitely not interacting violently with white supremacist terrorist society, all right? They're probably sitting on their asses when engaging with white supremacist terrorist society. They're in the technology age, not in the get out in the street age. So it's an internet kind of hands-off kind of era, okay? So that's part of this. So when this generation of black folk, you know what I'm talking about, was little kids at home at their mama house, they what? They playing video games. They probably encountered a white supremacist cussing them out on the Xbox, right? A white supremacist cuss you out on the Xbox when you 7, 8, or 9 years old. What's required of you in the way of delivering physical violence to that white supremacist? Nothing. You talk some shit back, you probably call them some names, right? White supremacists, a 40-year-old white supremacist call you nigger while you playing Call of Duty for 4 hours straight. That's all you're hearing out of his mouth. What's required of you as a black 8-year-old, as a child in response from your sitting position in your mama house or your mama apartment? I mean, what's really required out of you? Nothing. You run your mouth back like a bitch would, you know what I mean? And think that's the business. So that's what's up. You young and you think white supremacists are all talk at this point in your life, right? Just a sound in the air, right? But follow me on this, older dude. So just so we can be of one mind on this, a child, you know, as a child, a lot of our youngsters, they didn't spend time in the streets whooping white people's asses at any time, right? So let's go ahead and separate ourselves from these young cats right quick. That's the first thing they missed out. They missed that shit in this problem generation that we keep coming up against and we keep seeing in the media and looking like some embarrassed motherfuckers, right? Is what I'm thinking. I won't get into too many details from my childhood today, right? But right around the video game playing age that I'm talking about, you know, 9, 10, 11, 8. I didn't have no video games. I didn't have no TV to sit in front of. Like I said, you know, I will fight niggas up and down the hood day and night. And I wasn't going to let no child, woman, or grown adult man raise no hand to me or talk shit to me without pulling out some weapons or running them hands. That'd be black or white. You know, when I used to go and visit my aunties and uncles, just a little bit of story. You know, when I used to visit my aunties and uncles, I think I've told this story before. You know, they stay where the nice people stay, right? And, you know, I would be showing them weapons and running them hands, you know what I'm saying? Pulling them weapons, using them weapons and running them hands on adults, adult white males, you understand? Where they stay at, right? But we ain't gonna talk about me though. So let's look at the teen years. We going to just go in a categorical kind of way. Let's look at the teen years of these 97, 98, 99 born generation youngsters that I'm talking about, that we gotta really focus on and see what's going on in their mind, what they going through, and why they turned out how they turned out. So we know a lot of them spent their teen life in the house, still, and on video games, disproportionately compared to the amount of time they spent outside or whatever, or in the street, doing some real shit, right? So now, if you're a street cat in your teens and something like what was happening at McDonald's was going on, and you not engaging in that in any kind of way, you fucking up already. You already know you fucking up by not getting into that anyway. Yeah, nah, you know what I'm saying? You can't fuck with my gang, nigga, straight up. You can't roll with me, you know what I'm saying? But you getting ousted from the gang is the real shit. But like, now in their teen years, you know what I'm saying, they watching World Star. They watching black women get beat on by Asian store owners, beat on by white supremacists, beat on by all types of people. And it's kill black people, injure black people, it's beat black women down fest. This shit is passing for entertainment for them at this point, right? Black ain't shit TV is popping, that's what I call it. Ghetto fights compilations is popping. You know what I'm saying? Kill black people, injure black people on the news, movies, music, trap music is all entertainment to you now at 16, 17 or whatever. And to the world, right? Like the whole world is getting desensitized to black people being injured or killed, right? So now I'm going to run the same line of questioning back. What's required in the line of you delivering violence to a non-black person to defend the honor of a black woman when you watching World Star 2:30 in the morning with your buddies? Nothing. You sitting up watching a black woman get beat on a TV screen on World Star, and you writing it off as entertainment, talking about some stupid shit motherfuckers say while they watching World Star as a teenager. Oh, go pass me that blunt, homie. Hey, is my phone charging up right? Let me see that phone. That phone's charging up right. You know what I'm saying? See what I'm saying? Nothing related to you responding to the violence being done to a black woman. No sort of emotion, no sort of feeling about it, right? Because it's on a PC or a cell phone screen or a TV screen. So again, as a black teen, this is further you being acculturated to not defending or drawing up real opposition when you see a black woman being injured or preyed upon, right? So we're looking at how we can add up the years now. Now we're looking at motherfuckers who done spent 16, 17 years of their motherfucking life and have never lifted a finger to defend a black woman or girl, never experienced attacking a motherfucker out of defending the honor of a black woman. We're not even talking about like self-defense, no shit like that, but okay, we know that in your adolescent years, those are the years that you writing the playbook for your life. Now they playbook for dealing with aggressors in general is starting to be written like and starting to read like the playbook of a couch potato gangster. A motherfucking name calling on the video game gangster. You know what I mean? What me and my homeboy, we call him the voyeur, the very voyeuristic type manhood, very hands-off type manhood when being around the dominant society and just good old-fashioned threats to black people and black society. You see? So by the time these dudes hit 20, and this is like a lot of sisters in their 20s point out that I hear them say, like, these motherfuckers is brain dead. They brains is woe the fuck out. Straight up. So they own some super weird shit. You've been called nigga as a baby by adult racist white supremacists on the Xbox, and the only reaction you had to it at that time was further thumb movement on the controller that you were holding, right? And yelling and name calling through a microphone that's attached to the game, right? As you got older, you watched black ain't shit TV all day, as I call it, like World Star and Love and Hip Hop and Tommy Sotomayor and Willie Williams. I even throw a little Phil advise in at this time. You know, shout out to Phil. He cool, but you know, he was on that bullshit sometime. But all you get out of Black Ain't Shit TV is a lowered morale for your people. You know what I'm saying? You're kind of feeling embarrassed and sad that black folks having a hard time out here. We out here bad, you know what I'm saying? And you don't want to defend no woman that come from that. You know what I'm saying? That's the shit you're thinking, right? You're starting to think like a little coon piece of shit motherfucker, right? In your 20s, right? That, hey, pass the blunt, homie. Do my phone need to be charged up? That, as an actual real-time response for you now at 20 to white supremacist danger, it's now bled over into your daily life from the video game and from TV. I mean, that's your default response now to white supremacist danger and to black women getting preyed on as a young 20-year-old black man, right? And when a white supremacist snap on niggas in public, as your default response, your default response puts you in the category of being a liability nigga. There's always that one nigga you know that ain't gonna fight in a room. You know what I'm saying? He might not be rolling with you and your people, but you know he gonna run. You know he gonna hide and he gonna cry. He gonna scream with the bitches, right? There's always one. He's that liability to everybody black in the room that's trying to bring some order to the bullshit of the moment. You know what I'm saying? So when somebody going crazy in the room, or as we say in Texas, somebody trying to power up. He's trying to power up, you know what I mean? You know, brother, we trying to make eye contact, give each other signals, and kind of figure out how we gonna play this motherfucker over here, or this white supremacist over here acting a clown, you know what I mean? And you running scared with the females, right? So, I mean, like, young cats in their 20s, man, they gaining a bad reputation. They've gained the bad reputation for motherfuckers not being sure if they really rolling with the crew out here, if they really rolling with Team Black or not when some shit pop. It's this 97, 98, 99 born generation of niggas, man. It's confusing to your big brother type brothers like me, you know what I mean? We don't know if you're the type to fire off on a white supremacist or not. And we ain't got no time for no double dutching, you know, scared to jump in ass niggas. You seen motherfuckers, you know, try to double dutch. It's like you kind of try to figure out when can they jump in. We ain't got no time for that shit, you know what I mean? Your life is on the line out here, you know? And our reputation as a group of people, as black people, for not being no pushover ass race is on the line. You know what I mean? You got to stand up for that as a black man, period. Or else, you know, we're going to have to find something to do with your ass. And all the young black men who on my channel, look, help other black men that's like your age out here. Help them cut all that type of shit out. Straight up. Because if you're on my channel, you a real one. And right now, you know, we can see a black man in his early 20s, like we saw, can see a black woman getting snatched on. And the first thing he referencing in his mind is some couch potato ass, laying and playing ass, video gamer, lazy ass response to what was happening. You know what I'm saying? This shit needs to be eradicated from black masculinity once and for damn it all. I don't give a damn. Niggas need to learn how to snap to this type of work that got to get done out in this bitch. I don't let this, you know, I'm the type of cat, you know, I won't let this generation play dumb with me and try to run that, you know, white people ain't that bad. Try to run that type of shit so they can kind of lay back. When the truth is, nah. Y'all see how fucked up these motherfuckers are, you know what I mean? Y'all see that shit? Y'all motherfuckers just really scared to pop off, is the truth. Y'all scared to pop off on the motherfuckers for they bullshit. Or better yet, you know, I ain't even gonna do y'all like that. I'm gonna say, y'all afraid to see what's on the other side when y'all do pop off on the motherfuckers like that. You see what's up. A lot of y'all just engage with white supremacy like y'all engage with a video game, like y'all glued to a couch, except in real life when you walking around doing real beef type shit. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers are afraid to pop off, man. I want to just say that, you know, Black kids born on some certain years. I just named the ones that I've come to in my observation. It's like they scared to jump. They comfy. They don't want no trouble. They care about going to jail. They care about sitting in a cell. They care about dying. They care about all this little stupid ass shit. And they just fearful motherfuckers. You know what I mean? Like, you would think that all the shit these 20-year-old motherfuckers talk about, older cats, that they would have all the game on white supremacy and what to do in the streets about it. You know what I'm saying? Straight up. And not for it always to be a 20-year-old nigga going viral for looking stupid when some shit go down. You know what I mean? Like, this is a pattern. That's a pattern that everybody is looking at. Like, okay, you motherfuckers, y'all looking fucked up as an age group. And not to mention, y'all look bad to the women in y'all age group. I shouldn't have more 19, 20-year-old chicks on my phone in my 30s than a 20-year-old out here. But hey, that's how it goes. They know a real man, you know what I mean? And they know a wimp ass, dope head ass nigga out here playing video games all day. You know what I'm saying? To a female, that's an easy one. That's an easy one. So I know y'all probably mad. Y'all probably jealous about that shit too. But you know, we ain't gonna ride y'all niggas. You know what I'm saying? We ain't gonna ride y'all niggas. You know what I'm saying? Just know that we got all the knowledge y'all niggas need to not be looking stupid in a McDonald's when some lightweight, 165-pound white supremacists start attacking a black woman. We got all the game on what to do on that shit. Well, all y'all do is be petrified and be holding the camera. You know what I mean? What I'm saying is, you know, just come sit at our feet, black youngsters. All my black young cats out there that's in this age group I'm talking about, just come sit at our feet, black youngsters. You know what I mean? And what we gonna say is gonna go real fast. So I gotta pay attention. We ain't got no time to play because white supremacy is attacking us every day. You know what I'm saying? So that's really the math of it. You know, one thing I do notice is that I notice the babies like 9, 10 years old, they don't really fear shit. You know what I mean? They don't fear shit. I'm just speaking for the ones in my family. Like, they don't give a damn about. They recognize white supremacy. They call it out, and maybe it's because they don't have a concept of death or extreme pain. Most of them, you know, they some of the bravest young people we got, in my opinion. Goddamn, you know, but shit. So you know, it's them, and then it's my generation that's the ones that's like really holding this shit down. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna front. I'm gonna just keep it real. Y'all better keep it real too. Shit. But I just think gradually, that there are things that's gonna break this generation that we talking about out of they little paralysis of analysis type shit when they faced with drama. I mean, I think that's the biggest issue. Is that nigga froze up. You know what I mean? Motherfucker freezing up trying to figure out what's happening on the scene for longer than what's reasonable before doing something. I mean, motherfucker was basically staring into space, this dude, you know what I mean? This nigga went into TV watching mode in McDonald's when something fucked up is going on right in front of his face, right? Instead of doing something, right? And that's a disease of this generation. They go into TV watching mode when some fucked up shit is happening. They pick up their phone because the phone is like having a TV in front of you. You know what I'm saying? So, and the TV is such a comfort mechanism for this generation. You know what I mean? They pick up a screen, a phone, even when it's drama. They pick up a screen, a fucking phone, even before they pick up a weapon. That's motherfucking sad. That's a brain dead motherfucking shame out here. You know, but like I said, there's going to be some things that break up their slowness of response, I think. This generation I'm talking about, and it's their petrifiedness and their paralysis. I want y'all to have faith in them. I'm going to give you some examples of some shit that's going to break their paralysis around white supremacists going crazy in the streets and them having to jump on the motherfuckers and respond, right? And let's look at, like, we'll be fair. We'll look at both sides. Let's look at young girls first. We'll say girls and women. This generation of women, they can watch some white dude ghetto gagging a bunch of bad wenches on a porno and think that's white love, right? But then they have to deal with Sandra Bland being a reality every day, right? All right, they can watch Slave Play or watch Amanda Stenberg be in love with a white supremacist Nazi at the movies with her bed wench typecasted ass and think that that's white love, right? Then they step out the house and got to deal with that motherfucker that shot our little baby Jasmine Barnes being a reality. right? Or, for the men, for the young men, they can watch Ray J or Wesley Pipes fuck a bunch of white bitches and think that's white love. Then have to deal with Freddie Gray or Thurman Blevins being a reality out in the streets, right? So they won't be able to be slow for long. You know what I mean? White supremacy ain't stopping this assault on black people just because all these various phony ass white love image painting medias exist, right? And they're going to keep seeing it, and it's going to seep in, and they're going to keep seeing it, is what I'm saying. They're going to eventually see what we've been kicking. So all that cognitive dissonance, all that shit this generation has, those born in 97, 98, 99-ish, right? About white people being good, but then them being met with real white violence on the street. Once they realize, hey, this ain't like the television white people, this ain't like the Xbox shit talking white people that can't get me, that can't get at me. I mean, then they'll start getting the point for real. Then they'll start digesting the fact, right? Us cats in our 30s like me, man, I think we just got to keep reprimanding the young dudes. This is to my brothers that are like around my age, We got to keep reprimanding these young dudes in the shape. And the shit will get better. The whole community got to reprimand just this one generation, right? Like I said, the little kids, they know what's up on a lot of levels. They pretty keen to white supremacy on a lot of levels. My generation and the cats above us, they know what's up. And there's enough insulation to this target group that's fucking up to really mold them properly. You know what I mean? We know they grew up as a child getting called nigger on the Xbox since they were 6 years old. You know what I mean? And when they 21 and they kind of dumb to kind of what that fucking degradation sets you up for around white supremacists, my generation, we just trying to remind them of what they come from and saying, yo, sock that white motherfucker in the mouth. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? Lay that bitch ass motherfucker out so they don't do that shit no more. You know what I mean? And I know that kind of shakes this generation up a bit. Something about this generation, they kind of real shaky at times. You know what I mean? We just trying to get them in touch with their roots a little bit. And just wait. It's only a matter of time. They going to find out what we talking about soon. Because every black person, from the most square motherfucker on earth to the most docile motherfucker on earth, you know what I'm saying? Like, we all got a boiling point. And that's what motherfuckers like me depend on, the military-minded soldier type niggas, you know what I'm saying? And when y'all reach that boiling point, I mean, I'm going to be here for y'all young niggas. I'm going to be here for y'all to show y'all what to do with all that angst, with all that anger, with all that energy, you know what I mean? And how to direct that shit, straight up. As far as the coon motherfuckers, there's always the coons coming out making excuses for not defending black women and girls when these type of videos pop off and shit. And let me just tell you about them niggas, man, that sit up and say, black women, well, y'all want to be independent. Nah, that's some shit. That's some old poisonous ass, liar ass shit. Straight up. Like, how you gonna say what all black women wanted? You know what I mean? Let me tell y'all, brothers and sisters, what it is. Like, them motherfuckers saying that type of shit, those are the motherfuckers that it's probably around my age, like mid-30s and all that shit. And all these R&B ass songs like Independent Woman, I don't want no scrubs, I want a soldier, all that kind of shit, right? All that shit kind of had a hold on the market and the minds of only the dumb women of the world. Black, white, whoever, all of them singing that stupid ass shit. All of them. It wasn't just black women. It was Indians, Asians. All of them were singing that dumb ass shit. So you can't just blanket the sisters under that narrative and use that as an excuse to duck out of your manly duties. You know what I mean? But them dudes complaining on on all the little sites you see them in social media today, on YouTube or Twitter, whatever the fuck, running that little flash in the pan ass movement. Talking about the little flash in the pan ass bullshit. I mean, it's like, my advice to the young cats would be, look, them dudes, they wasn't getting no pussy when that movement was kind of jumping and kind of popping. Like, they wasn't really pulling hoes anyway. That's the damn truth about the shit. That's what's happening. So they mad 15 years later about the shit still. Poisoning y'all young minds to think that that shit is really what sisters is on in their heart of hearts, right? And I say, man, kill that bullshit. Say, I'm gonna tell y'all this. Your boy P, I was getting pussy when Independent Woman came out and all that shit. So I was getting pussy. So all that shit, these niggas, they got them some YouTube channels and shit, and they running behind this MGTOW bullshit and the whatever the fuck, that old homosexual shit, that old shit, whatever the I be more, whatever the fuck, all that shit, man. And they talking shit about it. I ain't gonna say who, because y'all know there's plenty of niggas in social media with platforms talking that bullshit, right? I ain't gotta say. But the fact is that the whole independent rah-rah, that whole movement, that shit really lasted about 5 years. So y'all young cats, the ones that I'm talking about, that's, trying to, get their game right and got to get on some soldier shit, y'all probably about 11 years old and shit when that shit was dying off. Y'all wouldn't really have a frame of reference for that shit as far as it being a wall to you hollering at some chicks. You know what I'm saying? That's just them weak ass simp niggas from way back projecting their inability to holler at chicks on y'all and trying to make y'all think that the shit is difficult and that all black women are difficult and they not team players and they not submissive and all that. All that's bullshit and lies, straight up. All that shit, it really wasn't, and it hasn't been a cancer in the black women of the world, in my opinion. You know what I mean? What's really been the cancer with black women is having a soft spot for various groups, people who want to see black people fucked up. That's probably one of the top problems that I see. You know what I mean? And just them having a big heart and shit. That's really it. But, other than that, they got new shit nowadays that they give a damn about. You know what I mean? What the average dumb bitch out here on the street, I would say the average dumb black woman out here on the street, she want to be Cardi B and shit out here. You know what I'm saying? And black women who want to be about something that means something to the universe, they want to be Jewel Pookrum and shit. You know what I'm saying? Real shit, all right? So, yeah, sisters, I know I hear from y'all all the time. We feel like we're not protected. We feel like we're not protected. That was one of the last points I wanted to make. Like, I hear it in all these little comments that, we're not protected and we just feel like we're so not protected. Look, let me tell y'all what the fuck that is. When I hear a sister say we don't feel protected, I know that she's from this generation that I'm talking about, because she ain't from my generation. Don't no woman from my generation even talk like that. She already know, like, the women who stood beside me coming up, that's like my age now, they don't even talk like that. So I know that that's y'all generation talking that shit. But, you know what I'm saying? Just know that we in their ear, little sister. You know what I'm saying? We trying to get them niggas right. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna happen. We gonna stay on their head about the shit. You know what I'm saying? So don't y'all think that y'all not protected. We just gotta get them niggas right. They kind of fucked up and shit. They think Chief Keef and motherfucking Young Thug and Gucci Mane got all the game that they need in life, but that shit they don't got no game for this type of shit that we dealing with. And that's where we come in and beat them over the head with the real shit. So don't feel like y'all not protected though. Don't do that. You gotta be able to see outside of your little box right now. We got y'all back. Believe that shit. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to hit that like button. Don't forget that notification bell. Did I say add the notification bell? Well, hit that motherfucker, goddammit. So you know when the fuck I'm dropping. And a nigga like me gonna get y'all.